Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in New York City. I woke up, it was in the 40s this morning, if you could believe that. Yeah, we kind of like went right out of summer, bang, right into fall, and happy fall, y'all. It is fall. Just wanted to give like a little review on a product that was suggested onto me and we used. As you notice, I got a new tattoo the other day. I did get a new tattoo. So did my husband. There was a product that I didn't know of. I think it's been around now for a few years, but because of the pandemic, we haven't had a tattoo in quite some time. Well, we just decided to get a new one. I got a tattoo that represented Magic Kingdom and the 50th anniversary. Just short and sweet, nothing spectacular, nothing special. It's actually one of my least. It was very easy to work on tattoo this time because usually mine are a little bit more intricate. I have quite a few here. You know what? Somebody had asked me about my tattoos, and let me just show you while I'm doing this. This was my very first tattoo. This is, Tinkerbell. I had gotten this as a 40th birthday thing. Myself and a family member, we decided to, because we're turning 40, we decided to get something to commemorate I guess turning that number. I wasn't into the actual putting on a number. So I just wanted a Disney character. Now she comes with a little story because it wasn't supposed to be Tinkerbell that was supposed to be on my arm. It was actually supposed to be Maleficent. Yeah. Maleficent turned out that it was going to be a lot of money. So we decided to scrap her as my first tattoo. Thought of something a little bit simple, which is Tinkerbell. I picked out a photo, being a little bit uneducated at this time, picked out a photo, going to the tattoo shop. My sister-in-law had found this tattoo shop and it was referred to her. So we decided to do that out in Long Island. Without mentioning the name, because I don't even know if they're in business anymore, and I'm not going to be plugging that. The thing is that was the first time that I was there, and that was really the last time because we had found a tattoo artist that was more closer to my husband and myself. But anyway, Tinkerbell was done first. And she has been with me for a long, 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 long time. And I'll be honest with you, the colors are still there. The colors are still, because after the years go on, your skin takes a little beating. She was done when I was 40. I am now going to be 56. So she's been with me for quite a long time. Some say it was during the years, oh, well, you should brighten her up. You know what? I really don't want to do that at this time, because she is just so wonderful. She got a little bug eye going there. But when she was first done, she was gorgeous. The colors were bright. The yellow hair was yellow. And one of the things, as far as I can remember that memory, we had, my sister-in-law had a few friends with her. And, I was staying over, so I was with her. I decided to go first. I don't know. That's just me. I'm kind of... guys, who wants to go first? This is, I'll go first. My sister-in-law was getting an ankle tattoo, and they say that's one of the most sensitive areas that you can actually get a tattoo. And of course, it was her first tattoo, so she did it. She did well on it. She did well on it. She does have a few since then, also. But my experience with, my experience with Tinkerbell was just she was done very fast. To me, my first impression of the guy, he knew what he was doing. His father actually owned the shop and he was co-owner. So it worked out. You do need ID. You need to be, all the requirements, and that was fine. Everything went well, and then it was my sister-in-law's turn, and because of the area, like, we were all looking at the look on her face, and it was good, but it was, for her, it was a little bit more challenging. Again, the area, which is around the ankle. I since then also have an ankle tattoo. Now, I guess it depends on the person and depends on the pain level and depends on if you're going to anticipate. I have a feeling like if you're going to anticipate something, whether it's going to hurt, whether it's going to bleed, whether it's probably going to do all those things because you anticipated it first. You know, you have it set in your mind, oh my God, this is going to hurt, it's going to hurt. When I sat in that chair for the first time, I just went with it. I tend to experience things. I don't know. My husband says you really get into experiencing. Well, you know, he kept asking me how you doing. You know, how's it? You know, you okay? Yeah, I did wonderful. So even when I was sitting down and I was already done and bandaged, and my family member, my sister-in-law, was already in the chair. He walked by me. He says, you know, how you doing? You okay? Everything? I said, yeah, no, it's, you know, he says, you're going to feel like you just fell on the sidewalk and you got like that, like a cement scrape. He says, it's going to burn. He says, it's probably going to get a little hot. He says, because it's new. He says, you had some work done. Your skin has to, get accustomed to it. He says, and it will, you know, it will subside. And sure enough, it did. My first experience was good. I remember having a severe migraine that very day. And that was the only thing that ruined my experience with that was my own migraine. And we had the appointments for like 4:30 in the afternoon. I was livid at this point because if it was done earlier in the morning, I would have had a better shot and a better experience head-wise. But I got through it. And it was good. Yeah, everybody healed good and everything. 2 years later, I had the name added, which was Tinkerella. And my tattoo artist now was the one. This was her first tattoo doing it on me. So we were referred to this new tattoo artist for my husband and myself. But before that, I want to go back because my husband's first tattoo was also at the place of where I got this one in Long Island. He actually has Mickey Mouse playing a guitar. Now, the concept for his Mickey Mouse playing the guitar was off of the pin Rock and Roller Coaster. And you will see the original Rock and Roller Coaster pin with Mickey Mouse playing the guitar. We got rid of the words Rock and Roller Coaster, but my husband has Mickey playing the guitar, and that is how he got the concept for that tattoo. That's actually my husband's first tattoo. So anyhow, we skip forward 2 years. We now go to our new tattoo shop, and my tattoo artist did Tinkerella. Now, I've had that name for years. Should I have had it patented? Maybe I should have. Because I do see now, all of a sudden, there's many other people with Tinkerella. Tinkerella's, you know, I go under Tinkerella's Treasure Trunk for my YouTube channel. Somebody else's Tinkerella's, somebody else, you know, they kind of take a name. How I came up with the name Tinkerella is I sit with a piece of paper and a pen, and I wanted a new name. I think it was a new screen name for something, but the name Tinkerella with me just stunk. Stunk. Yeah, it stunk. It stuck with me like glue. So I sat there with a piece of paper and a pen, and what I usually do is I usually take two names and see if I can combine them. And my two names were Tinkerbell, obviously, and Cinderella. I came up with Tinkerella. Okay. I also have many other names, screen names on my old Yahoo email accounts, which I still have to this day, even though they're not being used anymore. I do have, you know, I sit and I work with combinations of two different names, and it's usually a Disney name, and then I combine them, and it works out perfect. So that's how I got the name Tinkerella, cross between Tinkerbell and Cinderella. So it's not very hard to do, but I thought it was pretty damn creative for back then. So we go to my new tattoo artist. She does the name. It comes out wonderful. I have 2 hearts with it, or 3 hearts. Yes, I have 3 hearts. And she is there with me. Years later, I decided, again, Maleficent came to my mind. And I'm sitting here going, you know, I know it's a portrait tattoo. So I had approached my tattoo artist now. She says, yes, it's a portrait tattoo. It's the facial that you want. Again, she's going to be a lot of money. So I'm still hanging in the balance with Maleficent. I still say one day she will be permanent on my skin and she will look beautiful. That's in my mind anyway. For that reason, I do have this spot. After all these years, this spot is not touched because I really wanted Maleficent to go somewhere, and I really wanted a nice size. And as you can see, this is a nice size on my arm. As to when she may be done, I have no idea. I have gotten so many other tattoos since then. Let's talk about this tattoo right here. Now, you'll see the established. It is a sword. The sword is going through the heart with the banner and my husband's name. Now, and then the number 98. Okay. How we had developed the idea for this one, my husband and I, again, we were down in Disney World, and my husband has these pins because he was a very heavy pin collector. It is the original concept for it was the heart with the sword with the heart and the banner, but the original one says, "I love Jack." Now, you can tell that this was, or the concept of it, the idea was off of a Pirates of the Caribbean pin. And the pin is pretty cool. It's got that tattooed lettering, and we really kept the same concept. So my husband had the idea for that. So we took our marriage and we did the established, and then my husband's name and the 98. That was the year we got married. So my husband's, he likes black and gray. The only color that is actually really first on him that is a vibrant color is the red guitar off of the concept art for the Rock and Roller Coaster, which is Mickey Mouse playing the guitar. That was his first hat. So there is red in that tattoo. That is the only bright color that you would actually see on my husband. So I thought that was pretty interesting. My husband loves his black and gray. He does have certain little tattoos with a little hint of blue, but the blue actually runs into the black, and you would have to really look at that in order to see that color. Okay. Forgive me, my refrigerator is running amok today. And I do hear it. So I had to stop a little leak. I put the container a little bit next to it. Anyhow, so the concept art for this was from another Disney pin, Pirates of the Caribbean. And my husband, over the years, actually built his up even more. Even though it's black and gray, he also added, you would see the establishment, you would see my name, Maureen, and the 98. But what he has growing on each side of the tattoo is wings. So his is more detailed over the years. He's got beautiful wings that are attached to it. And I thought it was cool. Me, I'm more of a simple person with this tattoo, so I left this one alone. But the wings on his looks pretty damn good. And that was also done by our artist. Now, I had gotten my shamrock and a vine going around my ankle. Right now I can't twist, I can't put my leg in the air to show you. But that was also one of my tattoos on just on my ankle. I don't really have anything on my legs yet. Never say never. But that was it on that one. Now, I'm trying to discuss which tattoo is next. Okay, I want to say this tattoo would be next. And let me just show you. This is a butterfly with 2011. And I picked the art on here just through the internet. I was looking at a whole bunch of butterflies and came up with this one. Now, the reason why it's a butterfly and the reason why I changed the color. First of all, I love purple. The original idea of how to do this, because it's 2011, was the year that I was diagnosed with the Graves' disease. And I felt that it was a a time to, I wanted to commemorate it. It was an illness that I had for a long time, never knew I had it, so I wanted to make it aware. Didn't put the word Graves' disease or anything, I'm not into that. But the mascot for Graves' disease is a blue ribbon. Now that could be for other things as well, but it's an awareness. I didn't want to put an awareness ribbon on me. So the reason why it's a butterfly is because when you have a thyroid issue, and you can actually look this up, when the thyroid actually is based around your neck, and it is actually based around, would be surrounding your windpipe. But when it's open and spreads, and it is in that shape, it is basically in a shape of a butterfly. It comes down around here, and it spreads out like this. So it looks like it resembles a butterfly. So that's where the butterfly came from. And I didn't put any blue in it. I just didn't want to put blue in it. I just wanted it to be purple. But the 2011, the year on it, is what stands for me. It's a personal triumph. It is a personal illness, and I do have it. And I wanted to commemorate that with the year 2011, because that was the year I was diagnosed. Other tattoos. Okay, now we start getting, we keep the Disney concept, but we keep it a little silly. I wanted something to commemorate. We now move forward. I wanted something to commemorate my 50th birthday. And to me, that is a milestone as well. I was going to do a birthday cake. Let me put my hand in here. I'm sorry for bouncing. I was going to do a birthday cake. I decided to do a cupcake instead, just to be a little silly. Yeah, and it's on my body, and it's on my body permanent, and it's with me forever. So I wanted to commemorate the cupcake with the number 50, and I think it came out awesome. You can even see the wick in the candle. That's how good that is. And I didn't put, it was up to me to put like a little hidden Mickey, like in one of the sprinkles or so. I didn't want to do any of that either. This to me is my own personal. Not everything has to be Disney related. So if you notice, some of my tattoos aren't, but then some of my tattoos are, and that's great. So what I did add with that is a Disney balloon. And you'll see the green balloon. I wanted it green, and it's a nice vibrant color green. But if you notice, the string is running, and it says the word princess. And that is within the string. So I thought that was another cool concept. And that was both for my 50th birthday. We get now to the somewhat of a memorial part. My father-in-law had passed away in 2017. And it was a shock. It was a shock to where it wasn't really a shock, because he was very sick for a long time. He knew he was sick. We knew he was sick. When you get to the level of a certain age, you're fighting. You're done fighting, and we had to sit back and take that and respect that. And it was very hard for the rest of the family. But my father-in-law loved his old movies. He's a very big James Cagney fan. Very big old gangster type fan. That's where he loves The Godfather. He loves the original movie Scarface. No, we're not talking about the one with Al Pacino. We're talking about the original movie Scarface. Okay. Anyhow, I wanted something to commemorate that, but I also wanted something to commemorate my love of music and musicians who are no longer around that I love. I wanted to do any tattoo with me is personal. It's self-explanatory to me, but if you look at it, you wouldn't understand what it means. It has to be for the person that is wearing it themselves. It is a personal issue for them. They don't have to explain it to you, except, it is a conversation piece. So if somebody asks me, I'm going to let them know about it. And this one right here, to beginning, was a clef note with a wing. And my tattoo artist and me, I had the picture already discussed. It is a beautiful thing. You will see the hints of purple in it. I don't know. I know this light is kind of bad, but there is hints of purple in this, and it is beautiful. It's a half wing, but it has a clef note. Now on the top here, you will see the words, "with a song in my heart." And that also stands for all musicians, but it also happens to be for another reason. And that reason is that my father-in-law, one of his favorite movies it was a movie called Young Man with a Horn. And it had starred Kirk Douglas and Doris Day. And this is how far back I go. And the song that actress Doris Day sings is called "With a Song in My Heart." It's a beautiful song. I mean, for people out there that know old movies and experience that, you would know the song. So I thought that was very, very appropriate to have something commemorating. It also involves music. It involves the tattoo of music, but it also gives the title of the song, "With a Song in My Heart," because it not only dedicates to my father-in-law, thinking of him with that favorite song, but it also it dedicates it to the tattoo with all musicians who are that touched my life in some way. So that tattoo is like one of the more personal ones for me, and like it's like two stories combined. So that was pretty cool. Also, now after that one, below here, you will see two hearts, and you will see an M and a P and an A and a J. Now, when both parents, my mother and my father, both passed away, I do not have anything, or I did not have anything to commemorate them and keep their memory also with me and display it. So my tattoo artist and I, we came up with this concept, and it was already, she has many things at the store that's already drawn up, but you tweak them and you make them your own. And that's what makes it very unique. So along with that, the MP, which would be Mary and Pete, which is my mommy and daddy, and AJ, which is Angelina and Joseph, which would be my in-laws. And I felt that this was the need to commemorate all four of them, because all four of them, by this time, my mother-in-law had passed away in 2018. And I wanted the need to commemorate all four of them. And I thought that the double heart is the most beautiful thing. And they will be with me. All four of them will be with me forever. My husband has mom. He has a beautiful scripture. Then he has flowers. And then with that, he has the word dad. And it all just commemorates. And it's all like on the corner, like of his arm. It's really a beautiful tattoo. And that was personal for him. I mean, the flowers are gorgeous. And again, it's all in black and gray. So he has no color for that. And what else? Oh, and finally, I did this one before the last one you see. So let me just show you this one. This is just to commemorate Mickey, which is the old, years ago we had an old commercial here, "I Love New York." And it would be the I with the heart. And underneath would be NY. That was the old New York City commercial. "I love New York." I can still hear the song in my head. That was from the 70s and early 80s. I wanted to take that, tweak it, and make it something for Disney, which would kind of be like a hidden Mickey, and it's the word love, and the O, which would stand for the O, LOVE, which stands, which shows you the Mickey ears. Now, this tattoo was done a little bit over 3 years ago. I want to say, was it 3 years? I want to maybe say 3 years, maybe 2.5. Well, anyway, it's been between that time and this time. There was a long span because of the pandemic. So that tattoo, I don't know, sometimes certain black ink tattoos give me a more harder time to heal. And that one actually needed a touch-up. My tattoo artist took it upon herself last week to do this. She says, when I do the new one, I'm going to touch up the old one, and that was fine. So, the new one actually, it healed awesome. Here's the new one with the castle, just from Monday, was done. And the word 50 stands for, it commemorates the 50th anniversary of Disney, Magic Kingdom. And then there's the finished product of my original tattoo. So that is now on my arm. It is on my arm forever. I did not want to make a big deal, like I said, about the castle. I did not want it to make it a big to-do. This is just something to commemorate the 50th. You know, in my heart, I was there during the 50th anniversary celebration. And these, you know, tattoos are personal issues to you. Now, what I also wanted to point out is the product that was used to help heal this tattoo. This tattoo is only 5 days old. It looks like it's been on my skin for like 6 months. Both of them, even the touched up tattoo. And it's a product that my tattoo artist is using. I guess they've been using it for a few years. I don't know. I just discovered it. It's called Saniderm. S-A-N-D-I. No, S-A-N-I. Do you freaking believe this? S-A-N-I-D-E-R-M. Saniderm. And it is a plastic covering. It kind of resembles, but it's more of a sticky form of saran wrap. But it is a more, it's not saran wrap. It is a more medical issue. And what it does is that after the tattoo artist is done, she will then, you know, clean it off and put maybe like a little bit of lotion, just a little bit of ointment to then put the Saniderm on the area of the tattoo. Now, you can keep that on for about, my tattoo artist says to about 3 to 5 days. I left it on for 5 days. I just took this off. I did my husband's this morning. I just took his off as well. The amount of healing time is basically cut, I'd say, a good portion in half. When it is applied, you leave it on. What it is that it's a clear wrap, but there's, as it was explained to me, there are, it is ventilated. So you are getting air going through. You are able to shower with it. I did shower with it. I was a little careful about it, you know, because I get nervous. I don't like anything wet that's in the shower that's not supposed to be wet. First of all, it's not even supposed to be on your body when you're showering, but I was told that I could do that, and I obliged. You know, I listened to my artist. One of the things that you do is, like, if the tattoo artist has something to let you know about, gives you certain information, listen to your tattoo artist, because they would know. Okay, that's why they're in business. They know about their business. She then applies it, and you leave it on. And what it does is that the healing process, it doesn't itch. My skin is not peeling. I have never experienced the peeling like usual. It's not out in the open air, so you're not susceptible to bacteria or anything touching it. Let's say, you know, you wear a shirt. I've been doing this for years. You know, sometimes you put on a shirt, but then you have to put on the A&D ointment. So now the ointment, you have this little glaze of little ointment on, and things are touching that. So this is more, the Saniderm is more of a sanitary healing process. I loved it. I would definitely, I hope this stays in the future. This is like a new way of healing tattoos. I swear by this. And it is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. My experience, a 5-day experience, my husband's 5-day experience, we're good with it. Now, I would say, if you are not sure if you have a latex allergy, latex, you may want to consider that, because there is a small hint of latex that is in it, as anything would be with plastics or anything. So you may want to take that into consideration. If you are not sure if you do, let your tattoo artist know. Okay, I'm not allergic to any of that stuff. And near the end, my husband's was starting to itch, and it was only itching. The only reason why it was itching is because, you know, they have to shave a man. My husband has heavy hair. You have to shave a man in order to do the tattoo. So right now the itching is more because the hair is starting to grow back in. So that was the only reason. Other than that, it never affected the tattoo at all. So the healing process was great. We kept it on for the 5 days. It is wonderful. It is like, this tattoo has always been here. It has always been here. And the touched up one as well, and that looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. I am very pleased with the Sanoderm product. I hope my tattoo artist uses it forever. Shout out to her. Powder from Red Parlor Tattoo, now based in New Jersey. Butler, New Jersey, as a matter of fact. And she's in Butler, New Jersey. I may be able to put the information down in the description box below, and I think I would actually pass on that good information, whoever lives in Jersey. So I'm glad they live a little bit closer to us now also, because they were originally based in Queens for over 25 years. Pandemic issues happened, businesses suffered, and they just picked up and moved out to Jersey, and I'm glad for that. They're in a nice little area, very cozy little area. And we're very happy with them. We were always happy. We've been going to them for over 10 years. So, my tattoo artist is wonderful. And so is the owner. Very, very good people. Very, very down-to-earth people, So you go there and you have an idea or a concept, she will draw it up for you. One thing with a tattoo artist, they are not miracle workers. Get that out of the way right now. They're not miracle workers. So if you have an idea for a concept, just know that when it is on paper and before it goes on your arm, make sure you look at it. Make sure you are happy with the progress. Make sure if you want to tweak it, they are willing to do that. I'm just letting you know that now. Your tattoo artist doesn't have a magic wand, so if you're not happy with something, like I said, before it goes on your arm, while it's still on paper, it could be tweaked. So just know that. Have patience, because your tattoo artist will have patience with you. If you're a first timer just walking in there, they don't know you, they don't know you from Shinola. So you have to give them a chance to get to know you, get to know them, do your research. We were actually referred to this establishment. We are very grateful that we are. We never looked back. We never bothered. We are here to stay. So as long as they're still in business, we're here to stay with them. We are very loyal customers, and they have never steered us wrong. My husband always goes in there with concept art. He actually has something now, I believe, is on file for his next tattoo. So he's already starting it with that. And she already has the idea for that tattoo. Now, depending on when we go back, or depending on whenever it happens, that's going to probably be tweaked on paper quite a few times, because that's how my husband is. But patience is a virtue, so they will work with you on that. Prices are reasonable for what a tattoo. I mean, ink is going into your skin with a needle. So, they are in business. They are going to charge for that service. And, if you don't like it, don't go back. But it is good work. Our tattoos are an investment. We wear them proudly. I have never looked at any tattoo and say, oh my God, I should have never did that. Never. Once it goes on my skin, it's on my skin. It's on me forever. I love it. I would have never went for it if I know that I wasn't going to like it. So every tattoo on me is a symbol of something. Every tattoo has a meaning. Every future tattoo is going to have a meaning. I already have a few ideas, but those ideas are going to stay with me until the time being. So anyway, the Sanoderm is a wonderful, wonderful product. I absolutely love it. It's my first time using it. My first time for my husband, my tattoo artist. This is what I'm using now, and we went with it, and we're grateful. We're so grateful. Very happy with that experience. All right, people. This video's running over 30 minutes, so I am going to leave you now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Again, the information will be in the description box below. If you want to check it out, please do. I could see I've talked enough, because now I'm getting dry mouth again. I don't understand. Let me have some tea. Oh, and the day is good. I think I'm just going to stay home today. I mean, I did enough damage yesterday with Primark and the mall. I think I better cool it. All right, people. Happy Saturday. Love to all. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.